Thank you. I think healthcare system is an important area, not only for the government, for the people at large, and it cannot be achieved full healthcare system without the participation of private-public partnership. As a researcher, as a scientist, I'm going to throw some of the future technologies which will be part of the healthcare system and which will definitely be added to improve the healthcare system. See, we are at a golden era of innovation in healthcare. I mean, CRISPR technique where you can edit DNA and make the embryo of your choice, maybe a fetus without diseases. Then pre-programmed drone can collect blood sample from a resident of a rural village and travel back to the capital. Not only this, the many, like 3D printing, the surgeons can practice complicated procedures before they do on the actual human samples. But all these technologies comes at a cost, All these technologies, how will they be absorbed by the individual, by the patient, again, is something to be concerned about. So, but the future of the health won't be just defined by the innovation we set out to create. It will be equally shaped by how we respond to it and anticipate the challenges and consequences of each great advancement. E-health, now we are talking of e-health, and I'm sure we know in the government of India, even Telangana government, Andhra Pradesh government, they are talking of e-health. Government is trying to set up NEHA, National E-Health Authority, and they will be giving e-health card to maybe most of the population of India. So e-health is defined as e-health is the use of information and communication technologies for health. These examples include like treating the patient, conducting research, education, health workforce, tracking diseases and monitoring public health. Now, new therapies, new questions. And the concept, the point is one size does not fit all. This is what we were talking till now. One disease, one drug for all the patient. But now genome mapping, everything is coming up. The same, different people will not respond to the same drug in a similar fashion. So we need to be working on this. And the very important study, the practice was every woman who was suffering from breast cancer was put on the chemotherapy. But now after the genome mapping and trying to understand the level of cancer status, the chemotherapy has been reduced by 34%. This is the report of Waterhouse-Cooper report which found this, and this is being practiced now even in India. The future is digital. We talk of digital banking, digital healthcare, digital medicine, and this is what is going to come in a big way. It is already started. I'm sure in 10 years you will see a total overall hauling of the healthcare system. Artificial intelligence is going to play a very important role. And this will, artificial intelligence will drastically cut the time that scientists spend on analyzing data and testing molecular combination as they develop new formulation. Pharmaceutical industry even now they're using artificial intelligence to come up for the new drug design. And not only this, data storage and analysis of the experiments, the permutation combinations which can be there, all this will be assisted by artificial intelligence. The primary aim of health-related artificial application is to analyze relationship between prevention or treatment technique and the patient outcome. So all the programs which are developed and applied to practices such as diagnosis, prognosis, treatment, protocol developments, drug developments, personalized medicines, and patient monitoring and care will be part of artificial intelligence. We talk of personalized medicine, preemptive, participatory, individual medicine. They will come with artificial intelligence. And when we talk of personalized medicine, there is a paradox. All these technologies, though they have a lot of benefits, but there may be some risk also involved with all these technologies. So artificial intelligence is estimated by 2021. Every year it will have a annual growth rate of 40%. So one can imagine how it is going to be part of the healthcare system. I'm not going to go into details because time is less. Even now, some of the people, some of the industry they are making the partner like IBM, Pfizer with IBM, DeepMind Health, another Oxford predicting response to depression treatment. Through this artificial intelligence, the predictability is getting better, and then this way one can, treatment can be better, diagnosis can be better, prognosis can be better. Augmented reality is another thing which is coming in a big way. You know, augmented reality is nothing but like, it will assist us in taking decisions faster, better decisions. Like, suppose I want to buy a chair for my living room. When I go to the shop, the person will show me that in your room, if this chair is put, how will it look? So before I buy it, I will know this chair, how it will be in my living room. So this is what augmented reality is. And augmented reality, as I said, again, it is going to be, market expect the augmented reality market to reach about $50 billion by 2021. And these augmented reality include decreased amount of practice, reduced failure rate, improved performance. Like one can do frog dissection, nerve muscle preparation in a virtual environment through augmented reality and feel the same kind of tissue, same kind of nerve, same kind of blood vessels, and this is how it will assist. Another area which is going to come up and which is already there, but it will come up in a much, much bigger way is electrical stimulation. Nerves. Some of the chronic diseases which may not be treated by allopathic system or alternate system medicines, this is a system where you can stimulate a nerve. Deep brain stimulation is even now done for Parkinson's, depression, vagus nerve stimulation. It has been found is useful in many of the chronic diseases like migraine, arthritis. But what is the physiological basis? It's not very clear. But all these will come at a cost. And the best part of this is, it will reduce the medication, and it is very specific. Will go to the area where the treatment is required. If you take the medicine, it goes to all the systems, not only the targeted, but other places also. The novel diagnostics. This is prognostic and diagnostic tools will be the order of the day with better efficiency, reliability, reproducibility, sensitivity, which will come with advanced technologies. Like one of the examples is plasmonics. Plasmonics are the material, it's a sensor for detecting chemical and biological agents. And these plasmonics, and they can detect when they are sort of conjugated with some of the toxins or biological material, the sensitivity is very, very high. It can work in picograms or femtograms. So this is the order of the way where we will have plasmonics as the material, as a nanomaterial conjugated with the material we want to test, like toxins, some bacteria, some living molecules or whatever, or dead toxins that can be again done. This effect can be measured with a very great accuracy, enabling even trace amount of toxins to be detected and measured. ICT, I think I need not emphasize ICT. Information communication technologies, we know it is going to stay for centuries together. It has been part of healthcare system, but slowly we are evolving in this. Now, electronic health record is what is the mission of this government, not only the central, even the state government is working in this. And again, through this, there are companies which are regularly releasing, offering this kind of health electronic records. Again, it is reported, published in 2018, indicate by 2025, overall electronic health market will be worth more than 38 billion. Importance of IT, like telemedicine, online, offline analysis. It can be the data of a person can be made available to the health professional, to the policy maker, even to the relatives of the patient. So, and it can be remotely sort of diagnosed, prognosed, and also treated. This is what the IT healthcare system can do. Similarly, hybrid loop closed systems are also there. We have artificial pancreas, which can, and also, it's like this, there are four things. One is closed loop and positive and negative feedback. Suppose someone is with a type diabetes 1. So when the blood glucose levels rises, the artificial insulin blood glucose level will be monitored continuously. When they fall, artificially insulin will be pumped, and then when this is pumped, the blood glucose level will become normal, and through the loop, the information will go not to synthesize more insulin. So it will be positive and negative loop which is working. And this MiniMed 670 is currently the only hybrid system which is being licensed and is available commercially. Wearable devices. like we know ambulatory monitor like ECG, EMG, EEG. Again, we have like the example, Apple Watch too. But now what is happening, we are evolving further. Not only we can monitor EEG or ECG, we can record the posture of the people, especially old people when they are in home. You can remotely see what are the posture, hydration level, emotional state, many other things which can be done. So there are many things like forehead, eyes, ear. Even in the armed forces, being from the DRDO, I know, we were into the wearable devices to monitor different physiological vital parameters of the soldiers which were in remote locations where there were no other things, so that their data from there can come to the secondary or the tertiary healthcare system and can be analyzed and further treatment can be done. Then stem cells, can be grown from the stem cells. The burden on the flora and fauna can be reduced, and it is expected that even within India, in 2018, the amount which was recorded, 2.79 million metric tons of poultry meat were expected. So this stem cells can be extracted from a muscle cell, and then they can be grown in the lab, and we can have meat, like this. And it has been said, Moza meat says that one of the tissue sample from cow can yield enough muscle tissue to make about 80,000 quarter pounders. So this is how the stem cells can be used for growing meat. And this, again, the advantages, it will not impact the ecosystem environment. Then clean meat, it will be disease-free, and all this will be the part of us one day. And with this, I want to thank you. And as I said, all these technologies, they come at a cost, but the only thing one has to see how it benefits more than the risk which is involved in this. I thank you.